Oh, hey there, everybody, and good evening. Welcome to our show. It's called Tournament Horse Racing. My name is Rich Sharp, and I'll be your host for tonight's event. What we've done is we've taken the horse racing calendar, we have broken it up into four separate tournaments throughout the year. Each one of those tournaments consists of 10 individual racing days. That's actually what you're going to watch tonight. And each of those individual racing days consists of four individual races. Each of our horse players, or our analysts, if you like, will be going ahead and making a $2 win place bet in each of those four races. Simply put, whoever wins the most money wins that racing day. We keep track throughout the entire tournament, throughout the entire spate of 10 racing days. Whoever wins the most money over those 10 racing days wins that tournament. We even keep track throughout the year. So at the end of the year, we have a year end champion as well. That's how it works here on Tournament Horse Racing. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring in our racing analysts in no particular order. I'm going to start all the way over on the other side of the country in Staten Island, New York. Ray Torado, what's going on, my friend?
Doing okay, just got through the Subway Series. We split, so
Oh yeah, I saw that.
uh,
Nice.
the two bumbling teams got together and they split. But it's been a good week. Looking forward to the holiday weekend. Second time we observed this holiday, so yeah, we're looking forward to it. And it's going to be a nice day in Monmouth, so
Fantastic, fantastic. All right, I'm going to come
yeah.
all the way back across the country. He's just a little bit to the north of me. He lives in Menifee, California. Stephen Newsom, how you been, man?
Oh, not bad, not bad. Had a pretty good day on Saturday
Oh, nice.
up until our races. Had
Yeah,
a few exactas and trifectas. So
thank God for remote wagering, right? You can still hit
Hmm.
Belmont, New York, even though you live in Menifee, California. Nice. All
Yeah.
right. Last but not least, he lives just a little bit to the south of me. He's in Temecula, California. Joe English, what's going on, my friend?
Not much, Rich. Just looking forward to a weekend. Happy Friday to everybody. I know we're on a bit early. Today's Thursday. In case you don't, this is not normal for us. We normally are on Fridays. A bit early for us. Hopefully, we get a few more
More
clicks on
views,
the
yeah.
on the
Yeah.
link and more views, and maybe we'll give out a winner or two, unlike last week. And on that note, Rich, back to you.
No. My apologies and my appreciation to my friends and my colleagues here for allowing us to go ahead and move this up 24 hours. There are some fights here in Temecula, California, down at Dan Henderson's gym, Dan Henderson's Athletic Center in Temecula, California. And that's tomorrow night, Hendo's Fight Night, if you're interested. So okay, so that's how the tournament works. Just a disclaimer or a warning to anybody who's here. The four of us, Steve, Ray, Joe, and myself, we all get together on a weekly basis. We love the game of horse racing. We are not selling, we are not endorsing our picks in any way, shape, way, or form. We're just horse players. We love the game. We hope you do too. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and start us up tonight. I will go ahead and start by going ahead and sharing my screen, first of all, and I will bring everybody up to date on what happened. Let's see here at Ditch Horizon. Oh, you know what? That's because I'm looking at the weather for our track that's coming up. But before I do that, let's go ahead and take a look at what happened last week on tournament horse racing at Big Sandy, aka Belmont Park,
Oh,
there in
wow.
Elmont, New York. You know what? I'm going to throw a flag here, Ray, and things like that. I think home field advantage played into this one. Ray Torado, our Staten Island player, manages to nose out Steve by about $5. $16.90. He puts together a couple of nice payouts in the place pool to go ahead and win that one and take it home. Him and Steve both had Soldier Rising there in the big turf race. As you see there, me and Joe did not perform particularly well, but go ahead. Let's put the check mark next to Ray's name. That's his first victory on this year. That's what it looks like so far with just three races to go, counting tonight. We are definitely in the stretch run of the Triple Crown Series. Steve out there with 102.50, just about a $40 lead for Steve Newsom. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try and reel him in at Monmouth Racetrack. It's actually going to start in race number 10, and we're going to do number 12 and 13 as well. So 10, 11, 12, and 13 will make up our pick four sequence for tonight's race. As I keep mentioning, that is in Oceanport, New York, which is, like I said, Ray had home field advantage. He gets home field advantage back to back weeks. This is down the turnpike from him. Saturday looks like you got scattered showers and thunderstorms, so just be aware of any kind of changes. Looks like it's 75 degrees, so typical New York, New Jersey weather, right? It's hot, probably going to be very humid, and
Humid.
uh, and you got a chance of showers. let's move along to the reason that we all came together. We're going to start in race number 10 tomorrow at Monmouth Park. You know what? Before I forget this, this is going into kind of a special weekend for us. So on Monday will actually be a 3-day weekend for those of you who are in the banking system, the federal holidays. That's Juneteenth. That's only the second time we celebrate that for this country. So a special celebration for all. And of course, on Sunday, it will be Father's Day. And for Joe and Ray and Steve, three of the best dads I know. And I'm not just blowing smoke there. You guys are not just my good friends. You guys are absolutely fantastic fathers. I only appreciate you guys as my friends, but as the great dads that you are, and I want to wish everybody a happy Father's Day before we get into the horse racing type. But happy Father's Day
Yes.
to
Happy
you
Father.
three, especially.
You too, Rich.
Same
Thank
to
you.
Rich. Yes.
Absolutely. We are going to start off on race number 10 here at Monmouth Racetrack. Just a heads up for everybody there. If you see it, let me get my cursor ready and my highlighter ready for us all. And your post time for this 4 race sequence, if you like, is 4:44 Eastern time. It's 1:44 out here on the West Coast. You guys figure out in between. We're starting in race number 10. They're going a mile and a 16th on the main track. It is the Pegasus Stakes. Purse is $150,000 for 3-year-olds only. And your morning line favorite is out there in post number 8. He's actually made a couple of appearances on this show already himself. He's trained by Todd Pletcher. He's ridden by Luis Saez. Kings Barnes is 8-5 on the Monmouth morning line. And we are going to go with the old Sound of Music lineup tonight. It's going to be Joe, Ray, Steve. Joe, kick us off.
All right. Obviously, looking at the standings, just like last week, there's no way I'm taking King Barnes, and I'm also guessing he's probably going to be about half that morning line, guessing 3, 4 to 5 range, based on reputation and based on the fact that Todd Pletcher and he was 3 for 3 before the Derby. He's coming back to a lower class level, so he's going to be the favorite. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But unfortunately, I can't pick favorites, or at least a lot of them. So I'm going to go with a little bit of an outsider and go with number 2, Moreau. And Moreau is out of a Tappet mare, very, very much like Arcangelo, the horse that won the Belmont at a mile and a half. So obviously, I don't think the distance will be a problem for Moreau because, again, not every Tappet mare is the same, but obviously they tend horses that like a little bit more ground. And this is his first time going 2 turns. So it's also his first time going versus winners, so that's a little bit of a step up in class. I like that Florent Giroux gets aboard for Andrew McKeever. Andrew McKeever, it's the case of a big name rider riding for a small barn. Obviously, I don't think the jock would be riding the horse if the horse didn't show some ability. And I don't think he's just there just for the per diem or the per ride fee. The horse drew well inside, and he is bred by Juddmonte well. So there are some things to like about this shot. So give me the 2. Hopefully Moreau can make his first time trying winners a successful Moreau for me. Ray.
Um. Yeah. I guess this is considered the Haskell prep, the Pegasus. So
Absolutely.
um. I decided also to I know Kings Bond and I won the Louisiana Derby with him and got me some money. But I'm gonna go with a upcoming horse. It just broke his maiden, Subrogate. He's out of Arrogate. The
Mm-hmm.
side just won a Belmont, and he's got some speed. Probably gonna battle Kings Bond for the lead, and I'm just hoping that post 6 is better than post 8. He could stay on the inside of Kings Bond, or if anything, just ride the pocket trip. He just basically just broke his maiden, and a Coach Neck stable usually has some good horses. But this horse has some good figures. No, that's a good. I mean, it was sprinting, but we did go 1 mile. But the last race was a nice pace, and he won it pretty, handily as a favorite, working out pretty good. So I think he's gonna be able to handle the 2 turns and just develop as the Arrogates usually do later in their 3-year-old career and up to 4. Also, getting like 6 pounds from King's Barn could help. And Jerry and Toledo's get some good stats too. So he pretty good jockey on the circuit. So I'll go with Subrogate. Hopefully get like a breakout performance, first time stake race, and he's pretty fast. So maybe he just hopefully can get the distance and to take to the 2 turns. So all right, Steve.
All right. I can't get off the favorite on this one. I'm going with King's Barn, the 8. This just seems like a class above here. I'm not going to try to beat him here. So get Todd Fletcher, Luis Saez. Luis Saez rode him first time out, beginning of the year. Um, so Luis Saez is familiar with the horse, and I just think the time off from the Kentucky Derby is going to serve him well, and should get back on track here with this race. Rich?
Yeah, no, and considering the position you're in, that seems like the logical play for you. I'm gonna actually I'll go ahead and slip up. I'm gonna go to Salute to the Star or Salute the Stars, I guess. That's Brad Cox, one of my favorite trainers. If you look at that's Gary and Mary West. They are routinely up there for the breeder for the owner of the year there, and the horse is by Candy Ride. He is a 3-year-old. The horse was also bred by Gary and Mary West, and they do bring in Joel Rosario. A little bit of a concern to see if Florian Giroux is actually in this race and chose to go elsewhere, but considering that this might not be too shabby as far as a backup is concerned. Brad Cox and Joel Rosario do have a little bit of a connection together, right? They're 50%. And then when you go down here and look in the individual form, yes, the horse did come over from the turf into the dirt, and just has that one try there on the dirt so far in a race that actually technically was washed off the turf. So this horse was supposed to be in another one and was the favorite in that race. So not necessarily a big figure, 96, and it was an allowance race. So stepping up in class in this particular one, but to stay away from the other guys. And I think there's a lot to like here. Again, when you get Brad Cox and Joel Rosario and Gary Mary West, those connections all fit very nicely for me. And Candy Ride, don't take what I said earlier with that. Very solid sire. So I went with the 4 here. Let's go ahead and pop it in for us. Oops. Okay. Second up, the second leg, so to speak, of this pick 4 is going to be race number 11, going a mile and a 16th on the turf. This is the Eatontown Stakes, Grade 3. Purse is $150,000. It's for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. And your morning line favorite, one more time, we're going to go out to post number 8, Gina Romantica. But 3-1 on the morning line. So a very decent morning line there for a horse that's trained by Chad Brown and ridden by Florin Giroux. Gina Romantica is 3-1 on the Monmouth morning line. And Ray, who do you like?
Ooh, Chad gets to Monmouth.
Yeah, I know. And 3-1
He's
is
like
pretty juicy.
he's like 90% there, so don't worry.
Yeah,
um,
yeah, exactly
I
right.
don't know. Yes, I decided to go way at the inside. Number 1 horse, surprisingly, for the black and cherry colors of the Phipps stables, Shug McGahee, and we get the leading rider, Paco Lopez. So 72, decent price. So it might probably drift down a little bit, but I think this horse will close. She will be part of the pace. I mean, not pace, but save ground and be in good position. Hopefully, don't get any traffic problems being on the rail, no tough race. I noticed on the back page that there's 36% of speed horses win in the tough races in Monmouth. There's 25 races, so I wasn't looking for much speed here. So I decided let's just go with a horse that can get a good trip and save some ground, be close, and just maybe pounce with the top of stretch if the hole opens up. So, but she's been running some great stick races. The Brigade, we probably handicapped that race. Probably had it at Hillsborough. probably the Tampa Bay Derby or that day. So, she's been there 4 out of 9 on the for her life. So I go surprisingly out of mastery for the Phipps one. Right, Steve?
All right, I'm gonna go with the 3, consumer spending. Uh, Chad Brown horse
Mm-hmm.
with Sammy Camacho on board.
Clouch.
They're winning at 50% clip there with 16 races. That's
Yeah,
pretty
nice.
interesting.
Yeah, that's
Uh, and horses won 4 races on the turf, so also won 3 at the distance in 6 tries. I think the horse coming off its last race is looking for it to continue to improve. Uh, so yeah, I'm going to go with consumer spending here. The 3, Rich.
all right. Well, not that I'm into name plays, but I did mention that this is Father's Day weekend coming up. You guys probably heard it before from me. The old man was a Scotsman. Got his flags up here, and I still miss my dad. And I will go visit him this weekend. He's up in the Riverside Cemetery that they have up here for veterans. And yep, my dad he was a Scotsman. He was a very proud Scotsman. As it turns out, in this case, I get a horse that actually has a connection to my dad. And oh yeah, coincidentally, also is trained by Todd Fletcher and Louis Size riding. So don't judge me. A 6-year-old mare that's in this race has had, as you look there, 3 seconds. As you know, not great, but not really a case of seconditis either. One of those races, the Endeavor, a couple of them at Tampa, and then also one here at Monmouth. Was the favorite in that last one. I do actually like that angle a lot of times. The beaten by weaker in last race or failed as favorite, if you like. Either one of those. In this particular case, you also get Todd Pletcher with 26% off the layoff. I couldn't help but notice I was smiling because Luis Saez and him are only hitting 15% together at this point in time, which usually only tells you that they're about to get hot at some point in time because that's not normal for that combination. So in this case, this is a nod to the guy who did teach me handicap and is the reason that I hang out here. Although I will kind of admit that you know learned quite a bit hanging out with you guys these last 2 years as well. Joe, what do you like?
Well, because he took my first choice and you took my second choice, I'm audibling again on my third choice.
Look
Give
at
me the horse
that.
the other side of yours, Mitch. Give me the 5, Spirit and Glory. Horse 1, her debut at Monmouth on the turf last time out. Pretty. We'll try second time Monmouth, and the combination of Juarez and Robert Falcone is obviously doing very well. The 36% your form, it's 42% for the year in my form and 40% in Monmouth.
Wow.
But my form was printed a couple days
Yeah.
ago, so maybe they've had one loser since. But these horses seem to be on the buyer speed figure scale. They're all roughly in the same ballpark. They're upper 80s, low 90s. So this race is more wide open than just thinking Chad Brown's going to come over and dominate. Now, could he? Of course. That's just what he does
Sure.
with fillies
That's what I
on the
was getting
grass. So would it surprise anybody if he finished 1-2? Of course not. But again, being that this contest is about trying to catch Steve or trying to at least make up some ground overall for the year, taking favorites isn't really going to get it done for me. So give me the 5, Spirit and Glory.
All right. Yeah, I kind of have to do the same thing, Joe. As I was handicapping this way, should I let that?
Yeah.
I thought I'd show you my ticket. I've got a few slashes that are on there, and there's one race that actually had a couple of slashes. I'm like, no, Steve's going to pick that horse. No, you know what? Someone else might pick that. Like, I'm gonna,
I mean, like I said, I was planning on taking spending. Wasn't sure if anybody else was going to take her, but
I need to be able to start bringing in like those video emojis into the screen so people can see it because I kind of had the image of a catcher just shaking off the pitcher just shaking off the catcher. No, no, no,
Exactly.
no,
Yeah, no.
no.
Either that or the expletive emoji, which
Yeah, yeah,
we
right,
all
yeah,
know
exactly.
we've all used
Oh,
plenty.
with the red
So,
face.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
All right. All right, we're moving on, and this is the third leg of tonight's tournament, and this is race number 12. They're going 1 mile. It is the Salvatore Mile Stakes. It's a grade 3. Purse is 150,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upward. And your morning line favorite is not in post number 8 this time, is in post number 9, just a little bit to the outside. Artorias, trained by Chad Brown, ridden by Florin Giroux, 3-1 on the Monmouth morning line. And Steve, you're up first.
Well, I'm going to go just to the inside. Maybe it's a name thing, whatever, but
Yeah,
I'm
I had
taking
that.
the 8 Nimitz class. Maybe because I'm a retired Navy chief, but
As I was handicapping, I couldn't help. It's not on this forum, but on my iPad, which is where I do the actual serious handicapping, there's a note that says, "I'm pretty sure Steve's been on a Nimitz class already." So this is, even though I love this horse, I'm pretty gonna have to give him up. But
right. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about the trainer or the jockey for that matter, but uh,
5 in a row.
they hook up on this horse for
Yeah,
5 straight wins in his last 5 races. Really good speed figures.
looks
But
this
with
is
that,
the huge
was that
combination. This looks like the hot shot combination at Laurel.
Yeah.
oh
Low, yeah.
Yeah, horse is 10 for 16.
oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna pick the 8 here, Nimitz class. That's 7-2.
And that will bump me off my top choice because I did like Nimitz class. I hmm. I'll go to the 1. I'll go all the way to the inside. This is a son of Arrogate. Victor Barbosa trains, and it's Luis Saez. 9-2 on the morning line, so that's why you heard me kind of debating whether that 3-1 for the favorite is not. That's just $1.50, so I'm only looking at a slight difference here. But we'll see how the odds shake out here. The horse has never finished worse than second so far in his career. Arrogate is actually showing to be a better sire. The years have gone on, which is a shame because, of course, now he's gone, and we're not going to get to see any more of his progeny. But the horse is fits what you and I would all call here the original three broke guys angle, which is moving up in class, which is what you see over here. That's what the Brisnet forums like to call what Joe and Ray and I came up with so many years ago. But this is the idea that the horse that's hot, the horse that's kind of doing well right now, came off a win in the opening maiden special event race, a couple of seconds, and then a pair of firsts after that is on the inside post. Not real confident in this one, but I'm going to go ahead and go with Petulant, the one horse. Joe.
Oh my God, I feel like I don't know what I feel like a quarterback who just has to keep going to the line of scrimmage and not necessarily a lot of these. Everybody's taking my picks, so
Omaha.
I've got to go. I got to go. I'm going to try and fill this with you guys. I'm going to go to number 3, Empty Tomb. The horse has speed. I know speed does well at Monmouth. Usually, even 2 turns, it doesn't necessarily matter on dirt. Speed usually does well. I'm going back to the Robert Falcone double. He's 40% for the meet. And he gets Sammy Camacho, who's at 26% of the meet, even though they've only had one combination, one horse that they've actually been on together. That horse actually ended up winning. It was obviously a short price, only paying $360. But hot combination. Sammy Camacho, we know from Tampa, is obviously very, very qualified. The horse has done well in the last 2 races. He's been available for claim. Nobody's claimed him. So now the owners are going to say, well, we might as well try a stake. Let's do the old 3 broke guys angle. Move it up in class from an allowance.
Yep.
An optional non-winner is a 3 allowance into a stakes race. So, the speedy Empty Tomb, let's hope he gets in front and hold on as long as the wire. As long as you know, he won't tire before the wire. Ray, I'm sorry.
All right, Rich, we're partners.
All right.
Give me the one. Petul,
Petulant.
Petulante.
Petulant.
Yeah, moving up in class. Got some speed. The rail should help. That was a nice race in Churchill last time. He did beat pretty good. I guess you call it 9 winners of two in Churchill, 80,000 optional claiming. So that was a pretty good field from post 11 too, and even the closings from off the pace. So that was a good performance. Should move up from there. Just definitely a reach for the horse, but the trainer got some confidence, and I guess this is one of those who's just gonna take a shot. Likes the distance. That was a pretty good time last time, so can go 45, and this horse can keep going. So
Yeah, that's a good
not
point.
few of these in this horse race can do that. So it's a good test, and let's see what happens. From the rail.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, here we go. On to the feature event for tonight. This is actually also the final leg in tonight's contest. Race number 13. They're going a mile and an eighth on the turf. It is the Monmouth Stakes, Grade 3. Purse is $150,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. And your morning line favorite is right here in post number 1. Tribuvon, trained by Chad Brown and ridden by Florin Giroux. 9-5 on the Monmouth morning line. And one more time, I'm going to go ahead and go away from the favorite, although not too far away from the favorite. I'm just going to go down one slot here to Never Explain, the number 2 horse. It's trained by Chardonnay and ridden by Luis Saez. The horse has won 3 in a row, if you look there. Again, kind of moving up in class, so to speak. Had a couple of wins there at the optional claiming level, and then wins the Grade 3, the Dinner Party Stakes, with Flavian Pratt aboard. Obviously, Saez, a very good replacement there. Shug McGahee, not having the best of times there, just 1 for 13 so far, but a real solid trainer. The horse is by Street Sense, and decided to go with the hot horse or the right now horse. So I've got Never Explained, the number 2. Joe.
This is my least favorite pick of the night, least favorite pick of the year, but it's got to be made. You, just looking at it's a 6-horse field, and nobody should be within hailing distance of Tribune at the first quarter. He's going to go 25-49. I hate the pick. The race is going to be seems like it's going to be a real short day at the office. He's been winning at longer distance than this. He's 9-5 in the morning line. It probably go off shorter than that. But like I said, he looks like he's the lone speed, and unless somebody goes out of character and decides to challenge him early, I don't see him being up by less than 3 lengths after the first half mile. And if you look at his PPs, the 3 long races that he's won, he's been able to do 47 in the first half. And if he goes 47 for the first half in this race at 9 furlongs, probably good night nurse. So I hate to do it, but give me the 1. Ray.
Nah, you took my horse, man. You took my horse. Nah. I'm going to be a little for reach here. Number 4, Diner Drive. The Thomas Morley, Nick Warriors, they don't get together too much because Thomas Morley really's, trains in New York and he's going over the river. This horse, I'll give him a chance. And last time closed a little bit. Looks like he's getting a little better. Last year had some good races up in Saratoga and then down in Aqueduct. So this horse has 13 out of 28 in the exacta. So I'm just expecting this horse to be closing late. Maybe even if I get a suck up second to Tribune, that'd be okay for me too,
Mm-hmm.
and get some
Yeah.
place money. That'd be fine at the price. So it worked with Soldier Rising. So, but this horse, I mean, I still give him a chance to win too. I mean, don't get me wrong. Hopefully maybe somebody will pressure the other horse and it'll be a little faster pace. But he's also has shown that he could be closer pace too, going a little bit longer. So, um, he might get a good trip. Warriors knows the track, and that's what I'm going by. Also, the Warriors ride the Monmouth. So, Diner Drive for me, 8-1. Steve.
All right, I'm going just to the inside of you. I'm going with Speaking Scout at 4-1. Graham Motion, the trainer, George Ruiz, they're winning at a 20% clip in 10 races. This horse last won in December. Has continued to show good speed figures. Last race out, took fourth, but it was less than a length out.
Yeah.
It has gone the distance and has won twice at the distance. Got 3 wins on the turf also. So I'm gonna go with Speaking Scout. Hoping to continue to see improvement in the speed figures here and maybe get a nice price on it.
All right, everybody, just take a quick look here at what I've got. Those look correct, everybody?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to come on back. All right. Well, for those of you who have hung around with us, that's how we do it here on Tournament Horse Racing. We'll keep in touch on Saturday as these races unfold. As Joe mentioned, we're actually recording this one just a little bit early for you on Thursday night. Hopefully that works for everybody's schedule, so you can get in tune on Friday instead of having to wake up on Saturday morning to watch us. Anybody got anything they would like to add before we wrap this one up? All right, for Joe English and Steve Newsom and Ray Tirado, again, my name is Rich Sharp. Our show is called Tournament Horse Racing. Monmouth Stakes this weekend. So good luck, everybody, and good night.
All right. Good night.
Good night.